Oh, like road rage or something?
It can be like that. It's that moment when our primitive instincts take over and we act without thinking, often out of anger or fear. Sometimes it's temporary, but in other cases, people can actually embrace that darkness.
That's pretty terrifying. I mean, so much of what we've talked about so far seems pretty extreme. But how does all of this actually play out in everyday life? I mean, are we talking about just like straight up criminals here, or is there more to it?
Well, that's the thing about dark psychology. It's not always so obvious. It can show up in these really subtle, sneaky ways that we might not even recognize at first. Like the book uses some really interesting case studies.
Okay, like what?
Well, there's one about a guy who was obsessed with online gaming. He ended up manipulating and controlling his friends in the game to the point where one of them committed suicide.
Oh my God.
Right. And then there's this other story about a woman who was in a really abusive relationship.
Uh-huh.
Her partner was physically and emotionally abusive, but he also isolated her from her friends and family, making her completely dependent on him.